Hi! One of the things that I wanted to talk about today is the coffee cup caustic and the unnecessariness of a dome to bring about that effect. I think I'm going to start that over. This is why I should probably write scripts.
Subscribe to my channel.
Today I want to talk about the coffee cup caustic effect, which is when light bounces off a parabolic shape, reflective shape, and causes interesting light phenomena. In particular, I want to talk about how you don't actually need a parabolic reflecting shape to bring about this phenomenon. And yes. When we're trying to find out more information about the location of the sun in the flat Earth model, one of the things that's come up is the coffee cup caustic. And there have been some brilliant videos that have been made about this. And what this is the coffee cup caustic is a phenomenon whereby when light bounces off a parabolic reflector, it creates very interesting and quite beautiful visual effects, light effects. And so the light bounces off and it converges. And so you do get this focal point where the light is concentrated. Within that area, the light is bouncing off the parabolic shape reflector into kind of an internal space. We can use mathematics to calculate where that focal point will fall based on the amount of bend or curvature in that parabolic shape. Some of the patterns that we see from sunlight and the sun's illumination of the earth very much mirror what we see with the coffee cup caustic. It very much mirrors what we see when we shine light off a parabolic reflector. And for flat earthers who are looking for evidence of the dome, this is a very strong argument in their favor. However, what I find very interesting is that in fact, you don't need a solid parabolic reflector to bring about, to cause the coffee cup caustic effect. I'm in such a silly mood. We can create the effect of a parabolic reflector using sound waves. So if you have light coming in at parallel angles of the rays, and then you focus a sound wave so that it comes out and meets the light, such that at the point where it meets, that sound wave is shaped as a parabolic shape, then the light will behave as though it's hit a parabolic reflecting shape. Obviously the sound frequency isn't going to be something that you can achieve with your voice or a piano, but you can do it with ultra low frequency sound. Sound waves are really just the compression of air, and so anything that has that same effect would create this coffee cup caustic light phenomenon. So I'm sure you could probably do it using lasers and pulsed lasers maybe. But here we have a study where it talks about using sound. One of the things that I find fascinating about this, and I don't come to Flat Earth as a Christian, I don't come to Flat Earth as a religious person, as a member of an organized religion, but I do like to see the different patterns in the world around me and synchronicities. And I think that there's a lot of information that we acquire through noticing patterns, noticing synchronicities, noticing connections that form between things that seem to be disparate, but in fact are related or associated under the surface. And I find that meaningful and delightful, actually. And one of the things that I find very fascinating about this idea of using sound to create the coffee cup caustic effect, to bounce the light so that it focuses in such a way that you have a central point of focus light that would appear as the sun. If the light had the right intensity, and if your sound wave had the appropriate values, properties. And to me, that harkens back to Genesis, where God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that it was good. It's the idea that God speaks the world into existence, and through sound, he brings light into existence, and through sound, he brings the sky, he brings the day, and here we're talking about using sound to manipulate light in order to create the sun, in order to create the day and the seasons. And the Word was made flesh. And so again, it's this idea of the power of sound to create what's good in the world and to create the world itself. And so when we look at the caustic, what we find is you can focus that light, and if it's a light of the right intensity and of the right qualities, then you could create the illusion of the light source being within the caustic, within this space, within the coffee cup, within your sky, within your world. Da, da, da. And so this suggests or presents the idea for our consideration that the sun itself could be an artifact of this effect. So it's not the source of light, it's the illusion, it's the reflection of the source of light. It's not even mirroring the source of light. It's an artifact of it. It's a phenomenon that's related to the source. And more interesting tie-ins that are magical to me late at night when I'm on the internet reading up on my conspiracy theories. Masonic images that show God pointing the sun's light toward mirrors held by demons, and then these demons tilt the mirrors so that the mirrors shine light down upon the earth. That's interesting. This brings us into some of the esoteric ideas about the role of the adversary in creation and as a mediator between the demiurge and his creation, and whether the adversary works for the benefit of humans or against them. And I am vehemently anti-Luciferianism, and I'm anti-Satanism, and so I just want to make that clear. But the themes in the stories that are talking about creation and these myths and these clues and hints that come out of these secret societies that talk to us about what's going on in our world, and the idea that the sun's light is being reflected in such a way, and we're not seeing the real sun. We're seeing not an imitation sun, but we're seeing the reflection, the illusion, and now we have the ability to understand that story and to make sense of it in a way that is maybe more helpful to understand what's really going on. Another conspiracy theory that this ties into is, well, it's not really a conspiracy theory, but there are patents online from the 1960s, I think, for creating a false sun. And you know, I always wonder, why would they have embarked on that kind of research? It's very expensive. You need a lot of funding. Who's funding that kind of research and why? Why would you pour all this money into creating a false sun? But if you did create a false sun, you wouldn't need to put it in the sky where it's visible, where people can see its defects. What you could do is you could put it outside of our range of view and bounce the light off a reflector, off of a device that uses sound or lasers or other technology to effectively create the illusory sun that we would see in the sky that would look as real as the natural sun. So I just wanted to share these ideas with you because I think that this is a new avenue for research. And that's what I see of tremendous value in the flat earth theory and the flat earth community, the flat earth model, the flat earth reality, is that it allows us to take a fresh look at things that science has decided has been settled and established, but in fact hasn't been. And it allows us to deepen our knowledge of not just the world around us, but the potentials for what we could do. And I think that's exciting. So I wanted to share this information with you. I hope you enjoyed my little video. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. I make a new video every now and then. Good night.
The sun is a deadly laser.
Subscribe to my channel. I make a new video every now and then.